Go. Oh, it just moved. Okay. Going on, everybody? TJ here with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports, and welcome to the official midday live stream here with Daily Grind Fantasy. I am joined with Matt and Dustin. Fellas, how we doing? We got a Thursday afternoon. We're going to be value hunting. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. Guys, what's going on with you?
First of all, I don't want to start out this live stream without talking about our success from last night.
Yes.
Can we please toot our own horns here?
Yeah.
We spent,
I would love to do that.
Me, you, and Dustin spent the entire live stream covering NHA. If you guys don't know what No House Advantage is, we just completely robbed them. I'm pretty sure they are they're filing for bankruptcy today.
Can we get the Michael Scott "I declare bankruptcy" gif on the screen?
No.
Dustin, can you pull that up?
Dude, me personally, TJ and Dustin, I put out 8 personal slips of mine. Correct. 2 of those hit for a 5 out of 5, 30 times. Yep. I ended up making $600 and 580, right? $580 total just off of $10 bets. Wow. That is insane. That makes more than I would hope makes more than your full-time job, right? That is a lot of money. That is so much money. And that's just one of the many apps that we took advantage of. So we spent the entire live stream trying to find correlated plays. 2 of those slips that hit, I'm going to show you guys on my screen on Twitter.
Bring them up, Matt.
Yeah.
Bring them up.
I think this.
We actually had one person that was in the stream yesterday, and I don't know if they're a DGF member or not. Maybe they stumbled upon our YouTube channel. Just follow us on Twitter, etc. He hit 4 slips. 4 from the live stream.
Animal.
4. Was it 3 or was it 4, Dustin?
I think it was 3. I believe it was 3.
Oh, it's only 3.
It was he only profited $870 off of those 3 slips.
Yeah. I have up in front of me one of these slips we talked about. I remember specifically talking to you guys about the Boston correlation. Correct. If Boston were to go out and do well, they scored 12 runs, then I guarantee that it would hit. By the 4th, or I think the 3rd or 4th inning, they all hit, which is insane. So grabbing correlated MLB plays, personally my favorite thing to do. I also took a correlated slip with the Angels. It's funny, we said on stream yesterday, if they just got wrecked by the Orioles pitcher, I forget who it was, then they would all hit the under. They scored one total run. And Ward hit under minus under 0.5 runs. We had Drury hit under HR. Correlated slips, they hit. So, guys, if you aren't value hunting with us every single day at 12 p.m., you're missing out on free money because we literally just gave out these exact slips on stream. So, just wanted to put that out there. We're going to be doing the exact same today.
So unfortunately, real quick, Matt, I just want to touch base. There isn't a crazy promo going on across one of these DFS apps. Obviously, we have Taco Tuesday on Tuesdays on PrizePicks. No House Advantage has really good promos. Yesterday, which was Wednesday, where we were able to take advantage of those 30 times, boosted 5 uninsured slips over on NHA. And then tomorrow, obviously, will be a big stream for us because NHA does have another really big promo. Slide the line, obviously, Matt and Dustin, one that we talked about over on Parlay Play. You can use it once a day up to $20, where you have the ability to slide that player props line up or down, depending on the specific prop that you're looking to move. So that's something you guys should be taking advantage of daily. So this stream today will be based across us going around the various DFS apps, trying to find value using the optimizers here at DG Fantasy. If you guys haven't signed up for DG Fantasy, if you're looking to become a member, if you want to test this out first before getting charged, you can go ahead and go to dgfantasy.com. You can go to the membership options. I believe the link is in the description below, but you can get a 3-day free trial with an all-access membership, which gets you access to everything under the sun. And again, you can try that out for 3 days before being charged. If you don't like it, you're unhappy, you can go ahead and cancel it. No skin off our ass. So guys, the question begs, where to start?
Where do you
want to start today's stream?
I want this stream to be dictated, and I don't know if you guys can agree with this, based on the chat. Like, what do you guys want? Right? Sure. We have a first question coming in on Hot Streak, and Hot Streak's a great place to start because Hot Streak is offering a promo. They are offering literally promos 24/7. Every single hour, they come out with new plus EV plays. There's always, it's actually crazy. There's always some sort of advantage by heading over to Hot Streak because on their app, I can't pull it up because they don't have a desktop version of this.
They do.
They do. Okay.
They do.
I'm going to pull that up in a second.
See the fire sales too on their website.
Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that on my screen. So TJ, can you explain real quick Hot Streak while I pull this up?
Let me go ahead and pull it up also. Guys, so Hot Streak right now, what they're doing, and you'll actually see these reflected on the optimizer right now. I just have to pull up the Hot Streak optimizer real quick. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. I didn't think we were going to be starting with Hot Streak, but I mean, we got to talk about this crazy promo that they're offering each day. So if you pull up Hot Streak, and you'll see at the very top of the screen, you'll see all, which will pull up all the sports that they have over on the app. Right next to it, you will see a fire emoji that you can click on. They are fire sales that go on every hour. Now, the thing is that these fire sales only last for an hour, and you can only place $10 per hour total across all the promoted projections. So that is something to keep in mind. These are really, really good plays. They show the plus EV percent at the top. So right now, Jason Tatum over 33.5 points plus assists has been discounted from 34.5. So you're getting a really good discount there. And it's also a 1.9 1.9 times multiplier. So that plus 8.5% EV right there, just on that Jason Tatum play. If you want to throw that, you could put all $10 on it. But unfortunately, again, $10 max for this promo. And that is for the total plus EV plays on this page. So you can't put $10 on Tatum, $10 on Horford, etc. It needs to be dispersed throughout all these plays if that's something you're looking to do.
Yeah. Now, another thing to consider is that our optimizer displays hot streaks lines as their multipliers as actual lines. So correct. I wouldn't say be careful, about this, but like make sure that when you're placing these bets that these plays are still plus EV. So for instance, if we take a look at Anthony Davis at the very top, yeah, his line's getting hammered. You guys are probably hammering it right now. But right now it's still plus EV at minus 148. So like make sure that is still making sense here. Right now the multiplier is 1.68. So yeah, that's still plus EV. The one thing about hot streak, I wasn't really listening to you, TJ, but if you have to place at least 2 different legs for it to qualify, correct. I know that's something that the community prefers. Obviously, why would you place 3, 4, 5 legs when you can just get a quick payout? It's the same thing because these lines change based on they individually change. It's not one set projection compared to PrizePicks, compared to Underdog, where you're literally just selecting different projections and the payouts are never changing. On Hot Streak, they're literally changing based on the specific player. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Dustin, I was about to say, Dustin, you've used Hot Streak for a long time. So I guess how excited are you about this Hot Streak promo?
No, I love this. Every hour you can put, and I do believe you can use one play from the fire sales. You can't put in 2 of those that are in the fire sale. You have to have one of those, and then you could go over to the DGF optimizer, find another plus EV play, put them together. That's amazing. I mean, $10 per hour, and then once again, with other promos like Slide the Line, it's like we're getting daily promos now as opposed to just once a week from each DFS app. So it's really exciting. But one thing I did want to mention, since I didn't get to say anything in the very beginning, fellas, is that
you didn't? I thought you said something. I thought you said
used to having me here.
You said one thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, yeah, let's go.
You said, hey, I think. And then Matt talked over you, right? Yeah.
All right. So, but one thing TJ said, get ready to value hunt with us. We've been value hunting literally all morning, guys. Right. There's been value on every single platform, basically. I went ahead and made a parlay play video earlier that you guys might have seen if you guys are, checking out our YouTube videos as well as these live streams. Matt made a YouTube video on building a five pick flex slip on PrizePicks. We've tweeted out some Fliff plays already. So that's why it's important to have the optimizer yourself, or check it out. Try it for the 3-day trial if you guys want, like TJ was mentioning earlier, because the value pops up at any time of the day, not just while we're doing these live streams. So definitely suggest trying it, guys.
Well said.
So another thing to keep in mind, guys, code DGF gives you 100% match, $200 literally for every single one of these sites. If you guys want to sign up, the only exception to that rule is Fliff. DG Fantasy gives you 100% match up to $100. We're going to be going through each app. I know that PrizePicks is a popular one, so let's go ahead and switch gears to PrizePicks.
Now, real quick. Did you just mention the hot streak code?
Yeah, DGF.
DGF, yep.
That actually gets you $200
match deposit up to $200. Yeah,
forgot about that. Yep.
So guys, again, that's code DGF on Hot Streak. Sign up. It's a 200% match up to your first $200 deposit. Matt, can you just explain Sleeper? Because a lot of people come in Sleeper picks. What about Sleeper? And real quick, Code Monkey. In terms of soccer slips, what you see on the PrizePicks optimizer is what we have right now for soccer. Matt just tweeted actually out a PrizePicks slip that did have, I believe, 3 soccer plays in it. Matt, maybe 2. All of them got bumped. So I don't believe we will have any soccer plays for you right now. But Matt, can you just break down Sleeper really quick?
Sleeper is the same thing. Holy. What's going on with that Bovada line? I don't know if you guys see that.
Seen that.
Yeah, that's Yandel. Yeah, that's Bovada's high. I'm actually going to jump on Bovada real quick. So, excuse me, Matt, take it away.
Sleeper is essentially the same thing as Hot Streak in terms of their payouts. It's always changing based on the player props. So very identical to a sports book, right? Like all these player props are changing based on the individual player, based on odds, money coming in one side, the other. They don't just adjust their projection. They adjust the physical payout, their multiplier. So Sleeper, unfortunately, there's literally no value. There hasn't been, or else we would release an optimizer for it. We will have an optimizer for it here in the near future. I'm just going to warn you guys, they are being very stingy with their lines. I think that they make their lines based on market data, which is essentially what you want to do, obviously. But based on like the value that we're finding, there's literally none. I know there's a lot of cappers out there that are tweeting about Sleeper. They just have no idea what they're talking about. I'm going to be honest. They have no idea what they're talking about. There's no plus EV opportunities. If they're making money off of it, it's because they are getting signups from their promo code. So guys, we're not gonna promote these websites where there's no value. That makes no sense. We are very straightforward. We are literally the most authentic people in this entire industry. So if you guys want value, we're literally showing you the best value on every single DFS app. That's just how it is. NHA is offering the best promo, period. PrizePicks has a ton of value every single day. We look at Underdog, with the addition of fantasy scores, it's been a little bit better, but like they're very sharp. So all of these apps that we have on our optimizer are going to show you the best value. That's just how it is. Fliff, by the way, we're going to go over here in a little bit too. So
very nicely said, Matt. I'm just trying to add the Discord really, really quickly. Why wouldn't that work? Thank you. Bray Boy used the DGF code for Hot Trick. Appreciate that, man. All right, guys. Enough chit chat. I think people want some slips, so let's go ahead and dive in. Matt, I think you said you wanted to start off on PrizePicks. Why don't you? Is there anything up there that we can use? Okay, go ahead. Why don't you explain your logic here? I'm looking at Bovada to see if I can hammer that Grandel line. So go ahead.
Alexander Isaac, is that how you pronounce his name? TJ from soccer.
But yeah, yep.
All right, Alexander Isaac. Too many people are scared about Barstool. Guys, keep in mind that the market adjusts, right? If Barstool has a near even line set to -114 at 2.5, but PrizePicks you're getting a full 0.5 discount. I don't know. I don't watch soccer, but I can only assume that shots are hard to come by. I don't care what type of caliber player you are. Same thing with NHL. Shots you can be the best player in NHL, but doesn't mean you're going to rack up 6 shots and goal every single game, right? So Alexander Isaac, I can only assume he's pretty good, right? Because he's set to a 2.5 line here on Barstool. The market has not adjusted yet. Whether it should be 2 on Barstool, 1.5. Right now on PrizePicks, the discrepancy is there. You can literally middle. I know that you guys can't middle usually because you are DFS users, but if you have Barstool, hit the under 2.5, hit the over at PrizePicks. Imagine if he lands at 2. You win both of those bets. That is the value right here on PrizePicks. If he hits the over, you can just take one side. Still the same kind of mindset. So we're taking the over here on Isaac. I believe I tweeted a slip with it. Still hasn't adjusted one way or the other. Does not matter, okay? Value is on PrizePicks. Grandal, we're going to avoid because I think that Bovada line, I think they're smoking something because usually DraftKings is pretty accurate with that. So
yeah, Bovada's high right now. I just double checked. Yeah, they have Grandels over at minus 1045, and then the under at minus 110.
What the?
Yeah,
those
so
scammers.
No, obviously somebody just asked it. It should be the over should be minus 145. Right. I would assume. I might be wrong, but.
This guy, not even going to try pronouncing his name for soccer. Sergi is what we're calling him. Shots looks like it's set on Barstool, the minus 155, juiced on the under. Exact matchup. We're going to be taking the under there. Makes no sense to not take that on PrizePicks. LeBron James, 0.5 discrepancy. I also took this earlier in one of my slips. We're going to go ahead and lock in LeBron James overs. I know that you guys really like LeBron James overs. Why not? Let's hope he goes to the line. Also, they lost the first game, so guess what? There might be a little bit of a shorter leash here on LeBron James getting fouled, right? So hopefully he gets fouled a lot. I'm not finding his free throws.
Oh, LeBron?
Yeah, I found them. Over 5. Should be getting fouled a lot here. Anthony Davis over player points. Sure. That just popped up. Over 24.5 points.
Yeah, that's a good play. I played that also.
Discrepancy there.
Yep.
Last but not least, of course, guys, let's go ahead and explain it real quick. Obviously, you're getting slight juice on the over here, 25.5 across the books on FanDuel, Barstool, we have Bet Online, and Bet365. And you're getting that 1 point discrepancy, like Dustin just said. And then we have Dupree from Vitality, under 17 headshots. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. I know it's an orange play, but we're looking at average. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, I was just gonna set you up. Go ahead.
You are completely fine with taking some orange plays as long as the average percent odds to hit on the leg. So let's actually pull in our calculator because I have this pulled up for PrizePicks,
Ba-ba-da-bum.
we have, let's just assume, I don't feel like doing all the math here. Let's assume that the average leg percent looks like it's going to be around 55.5, right? So let's go ahead and put an average leg percentage of 55.5. You're looking at calculated fair odds of minus 124.7. So essentially, all you have to do is find lower than minus 124.7 implied odds. And that right there shows you the edge. We have a 5.3% chance for the slip to go 5 of 5. I don't know if you guys understand math. If you don't, 5.3% chance is actually a great percent chance, because if you compare that to the average sports bettor, they're only hitting this at a 3.13% chance, because the average sports bettor, the casual sports bettor, is going to go 50-50 on each one of their legs. So we have a 2% edge here, which is fantastic, just by putting in the slip here, by trusting the market. Sorry,
Well said,
talk
Matt.
too long.
Well
Let's
done. You're
switch
good.
gears to somebody else.
Why are you banging shit?
Because I talk too much.
Oh, okay. All right. That's perfect, guys. If you want to tail that slip, there you go from Matt. Jenny's in here. Hi, Jenny. God, I can't wait for the Lakers to win tonight. Lakers in 6, right, Jenny? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need to see that video later in Discord. All right. So it looks like that seems to be all the value on PrizePicks right now, based on the optimizer. So really good slip there from Matt. Matt, thank you for that. Dustin, let's kick it on over to you, because I know you created a parlay play slip earlier. I do see some really good value over on parlay play still.
We gotta go over there and get that Adam Wainwright play right now.
I'm curious to see now. One thing that I always touch base on, I know that we all do, that Adam Wainwright play actually was on the PrizePicks optimizer probably before we streamed. I entered it, so about a half hour ago. Wainwright's under 4 strikeouts. It was about a 55-ish% chance hit. I think 54.5. It was right around that pocket. So really good 5-6 leg flex option there for Wainwright. And now, guys, one thing we always talk about: PrizePicks and Underdog are really, really quick to bump and readjust their lines, their player prop lines, when they see that needs to be adjusted, right? Some of these other DFS apps are a lot slower. Adam Wainwright right now is a really good example, right? He was bumped about a half hour ago over on PrizePicks from 4 to 3.5. We go over to Parlay Play. His over under is still at 4. It hasn't been adjusted yet. So you guys need to make sure you are using as many DFS apps as you possibly can, line shopping and securing the best value throughout them. So, Dustin, you created the slip earlier. We have Adam Wainwright over here. So if people missed out on PrizePicks, the Adam Wainwright under 4 strikeouts, they can go to Parlay Play and enter that bad boy.
Certainly. I mean, and then you got some other good plays on here as well. I mean, just about everything has a discrepancy between the Parlay Plays line and the Sportsbook line, whether it's slightly favored or it's the near even line. Still some great value and enough to build a 5-pick insured slip. And if Matt can sort by like the 5-man insured slip option, that's the best way to ensure that you guys are placing, plus EV plays for the correct slip types that you're placing. And on Parlay Play, with their payouts being 12x and 2.5x for these 5-pick insured slips, some of the best in the market. So I highly suggest hopping over there and code DGF. Once again, we'll get you 100% deposit match up to $100. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a slip that I'm building out right now. If you guys want to take some of these higher up plays that were in my slip that I posted earlier, go for it. But for my case, since I've already built that slip out, I'm going to go ahead and build a whole new one, because there's more plus EV plays to be had.
Dustin, real quick, what was this? What did you have in your slip earlier that hasn't moved yet? I'm just curious.
It was LeBron James under 7 assists.
Okay.
When that sportsbook line, near even line, set to 6.5.
Yep.
Yuri Perez, I believe, was also in that
under
slip.
5. Got it.
Under 5, and then I believe the rest have been bumped.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to make sure you get this top Adam Wainwright in, and then Dylan Cease under that looks really solid too. His near even line set to 5.5. You're getting him at 6 under 6 strikeouts on Parlay Play. I went ahead and took this Jack Eichel play in NHL over 3 shots on goal. His near even line set to 3.5. Getting the slightly less aggressive prop of 3 on Parlay Play. Then, since I did not have Austin Reeves under points and rebounds at 19.5 on Parlay Play, 18.5 on Sportsbooks, I went ahead and tossed that in. And then Nikola Jokic under 43.5 points and rebounds. as well, since that was not in my first slip.
Love it. Awesome. For myself, I actually just built out a slip as well. For me, it's as easy as going on the Parlay Play Optimizer, looking at the top 5 plays, putting them in a slip. It's as simple as that. That's literally all I did. I just put in Adam Wainwright under 4 strikeouts, Dylan Cease under 6 strikeouts, LeBron James under 7 assists, Yuri Perez under 5 player strikeouts, and Nikola Jokic under player points plus rebounds. As easy as that. That's what I just did. I just created the slip. I actually used my slide the line here. I applied it to Nikola Jokic.
Can you explain slide the line real quick? Because there's a lot of people that don't know what that is. On Jokic?
Yeah, so it's a new feature that Parlay Play has come out with. You're allowed to utilize it once per day for it's a certain type of player prop, right? They only allow it to a specific player prop. Now, to be 100% honest with you, I am not sure where that line is drawn. But in the slip I just made, I wasn't able to apply it to somebody like Adam Wainwright. My guess is because his strikeout total was so low. Putting that, being able to move that up or down would create such an advantage that Parlay Play doesn't want to offer that, which I completely understand. So the higher the line is, so like on somebody like Nikola Jokic, where it's set to 43.5, when you actually slide the line, you actually get 1.5 extra points or rebounds either
crazy
on the over or the under. So when it's set to 43.5 on Parlay Play, if I wanted to take the over, I can take it at 42. And if I want to take the under, I could take it under 45. And again, that is a $20 promo that you can use once per day on one single player prop. So if you guys aren't on Parlay Play taking advantage of that, I highly suggest doing so. So again, in my slip, I applied it to Nikola Jokic. Matt, I really haven't come up with my thought process in terms of what makes the most sense.
Yeah, I will interject there if you want.
My quick reasoning is that Nikola Jokic has the lowest chance to hit based on the fair odds percentage in that 5-man. So I want to booster him so that it actually inflates his line. And I mean, I think either way you look at it, one of these props is going to get boosted, right? So I kind of want to apply it to the worst in my slip. That's my thought process.
Well, yeah. There's that mindset, but there's also, I don't think any of those props you can actually slide the line above that, right?
No, you can. Yeah.
Which one?
No, you can.
You can.
So it was
anything over 6.
Was it LeBron?
You can slide the line on
anything over 6.
Over 6 or
awesome.
more.
So yeah, so I could have applied it to Cease, I could have applied it to LeBron, and then I could have applied it to Jokic.
So like for instance, what would you apply Cease to? Like would Cease then go? Could you go to 6.5? Is that what you'd be able to get? It'd be 5.5 or 6.5. Yep. Yeah, 6.5 would be crazy. Like that's a full strikeout discount from the books. So for me, I would probably do that because that would probably move the needle a little bit more. Like you want to take these strikeout props that are very low in my opinion. I get that 1.5 is completely different in terms of points plus rebounds, but like a 0.5 strikeout could make or break you. Like that's an extreme movement. Again, you really have to break down the math to see which slide the line makes the most sense, which we will be adding to the optimizer at some point. Again, all these new features will be applied, in terms of promos and all that stuff. But I wanted to, by the way, guys, thank you so much for explaining Parlay Play, because Parlay Play, huge place. I know that Alex was talking about on their stream yesterday, one of the best apps to take advantage of. I mean, like, there's always value. And Dustin, that's why he's always posting all these value videos, because they literally always have value. We keep refreshing. There's always value, whereas we can't say the same thing about Underdog, about PrizePicks, some of the bigger companies, right?
Always value.
There's a ton of questions in the chat, which I absolutely love. Like, the reason you guys should be showing up to these live streams is to learn. Like, that's the entire reason why we do these live streams, is to make money and help you guys learn. So let's go through these questions, guys, because there's some very good questions, and I want you guys to fully understand how all this works. What's going on, CJ? One of our good affiliates over there. If you guys haven't subscribed to CJ Curry, feel free to go ahead and do that now.
I just saw CJ just hit 10,000 subs on YouTube, so congratulations.
Congrats,
CJ.
man. That's a huge milestone. Let's see. We have the first question I see. New to NHA, what's the difference between insured and uninsured? So uninsured, you get more payout, like more upside, right? But if you miss any one of your legs, you get $0. So sometimes the math behind it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on the payout, right? Payouts are everything in this industry. If PrizePicks is only offering 10 times payout, and they're 2 times for 4 out of 5 and 0.4 for 3 out of 5. Whereas on NHA or Parlay Play, we just talked about, it's 12 times, right? And then discounted props here or discounted payouts on their 4 out of 5. Whatever. The math behind Parlay Plays insured slips make more sense, assuming the value's there, than PrizePicks, because their payouts are better for their insured slips. NHA yesterday did a non-insured promo where they're paying out 30 times for hitting 5 out of 5. That is unheard of. Like, that is insane. We talked about this all stream yesterday. So uninsured just means you're going to get 0 if you miss one of your legs. By the way, I had another slip, guys. I missed one on. Like, imagine if I hit 3. That would have been freaking incredible on the stream. But
yeah, we were close.
Yeah, very close. So that's the difference between uninsured and insured. Jokic under is crazy. So that's another comment I see here. Should I go on my rant? Should I just keep going to the questions?
No, just
got it. All right,
guys. Odds. Play the odds. You're not smarter than the books. You're not. Whoever said that, you're not.
I think answering Nick's comment is going to be better, but also CJ giving $1.99 to
what a wagon. Let's go,
fam.
CJ, really appreciate it.
Nick's question's a really good one though. Like, why he says, why is Wainwright on the books around -105, but DGF column says -150? Want to walk through that?
So Wainwright, here on the very top of the column. We'll switch from Parlay Play in here in a second. I know we've been staring at the same props, but we're gonna get through some of these questions. So fair odds percentage on the books, if you look across the board at 3.5, right? The fair odds percentage, it looks like it's slightly favoring the over here since there's not that much juice on the under. So we're looking at the fair odds percentage at like 49, 48%. The reason is because all these even lines across the book, Pinnacle -111, +114 on FanDuel, -110. Like, there's slight juice here favoring the over here at 3. But if you factor in the discrepancy, there's about a 7 to 8%, change just because of that 0.5 discrepancy. I think it's a little bit lower. It's anywhere between about 5 to 8%. So we factor that in on top of the 48% fair odds here across the board. And because of that discrepancy, we're giving this a 56.2% chance at the under at 4, not 3.5, at 4, given the discrepancy. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, the optimizer does all the math for you, which is the entire reason why we have it, right? We want to streamline that process for you guys.
Yes.
Do these value plays hit a lot? Market knows everything. The market is going to hit over the long run based on the percent odds to hit you see in front of you, which means Adam Wainwright is going to get under 4 or push 56.2% of the time based on the long term. That's how it works. So, like, asking that question is just relative to the percent odds to hit you see, because the market knows everything. If there's that much market data base behind it, then that's the percent odds it's going to hit for today. So, yes, this Adam Wainwright prop could go over, but it has a 56.2% chance to still stay under. That makes sense.
If we want to parlay off of this, off of Parlay Play, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you really just...
That was totally on accident, I promise.
Dude, your dad jokes. Oh my God.
Totally on accident, my bad. All right. Anyways, if you hop over to Jock Market, I know you guys mentioned Jock Market and how crazy value they have on your live stream yesterday with Alex. They have some crazy value going on right now. And I do have a question for you, Matt. So Parlay Play is running a promo currently. It's in PGA. They're taking Ricky Fowler, bumping him up from 72 strokes to 74
I have a feeling this is
strokes.
going to be a question for TJ, but go ahead.
Well, no, they're bumping him up from 72 strokes to 74 strokes. Now, we don't have PGA on the optimizers. We don't have the odds for that, right? So are we playing that with a discrepancy of 2 strokes? Maybe it is TJ's question. I don't know.
Wait, what is the what's the prop?
So it's bumping up Ricky Fowler's strokes from 72 to 74. So essentially, you're taking the under of 74, which would be the most plus EV play that you could get regarding the bump.
I will say this, guys, to get you guys excited, we will have a tool that is literally going to compare the player props on DFS apps only, first and foremost. That is in the process, and that should be here soon. So based on that knowledge, we haven't dove into the advanced math for these strokes yet. I can assume, TJ, that 2 strokes really doesn't move the needle too much. But
it does. That's pretty significant.
It's pretty significant for 1 stroke, because 74, you said 74?
Right.
I would assume 72 to 74.
Even,
That's a large number.
Shooting even par and shooting 2 over is a pretty significant gap.
Yeah. So in terms of a percentage, though, like I don't know if that would be enough to move the needle on a slip. Therefore, I default to saying yes. It's probably slightly plus EV. If they're offering a promo, like obviously, I would take advantage of it. It'd also be interesting to see how these other apps price this. Like, is he really? And again, TJ probably knows, but is this really a good discount according to the market, like the market odds based on what he's projected to get? So that I would say it's probably a plus EV bet.
I would agree with you there. I would assume it'd be a plus EV bet as well. Unfortunately, Matt, in terms of like first round scoring, I don't see anything on Bovada. I don't see anything on DraftKings right now for over unders.
In comparing to PrizePicks, Ricky Fowler is set to 71.5.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Right.
So there you go. Then it's probably a good bet. And again, we will have this data going forward. We are so thrilled to be releasing this tool soon. So DFS to DFS comparisons for niche markets like this, esports. Dustin just brought up golf. We have significant strikes for MMA. Like there's so many markets that just apply on the DFS market. And I talk about middling. I'm obsessed with it at this point. If you aren't middling on DFS apps, then you're doing it wrong. At least for these niche markets. So
I don't know, man. Actually, Matt, Oak Hill plays pretty tough, so we'll have to see.
I don't know. What would you just say?
It's a golf course. I was kidding.
Okay. You're speaking a different language.
But on top of that discount, I mean, even without the discount, we have some great value over there on Jock Market.
Yeah.
We have 3-man mortal locks. I hate that they call it that.
I know. It's so lame.
And then we also have enough for a 5-man partial lock. But some really good plays. Urias is up there. Look at the juice on Pinnacle, FanDuel.
Yeah.
Minus 160 plus, under 5.5 strikeouts, guys.
Great play.
It's a really solid play. And then right underneath that, the 0.5 runs. Got multiple books backing that. And there's just a bunch of plays on here that you can lock in, especially if you wanted to take advantage of that promo.
I will say that Jock Market has a really clean UI. I really appreciate them. Like they've been around for a long time, but ever since they've done this pick'em type, game type, their UI is like slick. I really like it. Them and NHA have been stepping up the game for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for Jock Market to have a website presence. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah,
same.
I guess they're gonna. I feel like they'll take a huge step forward when they can do that.
Any app that we can search all sports at one time has a big advantage in my heart.
Yeah,
and sure. let me preface that actually. Jock Market does have a website presence, but for pick'ems they do not yet. So
right.
Yeah.
We got some questions in the chat, and again, I want to let the community dictate where we go with this entire stream. The first question I see: why in parlay play can I only use one player? Can I use players one time? Didn't know that. I'd assume so. You can't overexpose and you can't take advantage. You can't put too much money on one specific player. I think PrizePicks limits you to a certain amount of dollar amount, right?
Yeah, parlay play, at least for myself, it's $100 max per player.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're using one player, you can spread it out. You can put them in multiple slips, but you might be maxed in terms of how much you're actually physically allowed to play on that one specific player.
Got it.
Must be winning.
Why on parlay play can I only... Oh, sorry, just read that. Is the calculator on the site? What calculator? So the optimizer is actually... It does all the calculations behind the scenes for you, if that's what you're referring to. NHA, question mark. I just pulled up NHA. There's actually no value at the moment. For Hot Streak, is it better to parlay the players or split it evenly and reduce the payout, but increase the chance it hits? You have to parlay the players to enter a slip. So I'm not quite understanding there, Andrew.
I think that they're getting at, like, we don't have a exact slip type that's best on Hot Streak.
Right.
I think that's what he's getting at. What's the best way to go about playing plus EV plays on Hot Streak is what he's getting at, I believe.
2 if you want quick bang for your buck. So you always play 2 there. You just have to play at least 2.
Yep.
About to try the 3-day free trial. Yeah, guys, we're offering 3-day free trials on everything you see. Like, you literally can try this out for free. Just head to DGF, head up to the account, head to memberships, and our all access membership, completely free for 3 days. Flip value. Good question. Let's go now. I'm so excited. Let's go. Guys,
Fliff.
Fliff is a legal sports book
Fliff.
pretty much everywhere. TJ, guess, and Dustin, guess what's on the very top here?
The Boston.
Yeah.
Look, all right. I don't really want to talk about the Celtics right now, but if you guys want to, we can.
Yeah, can we? How you feeling? Like, what happened there? I missed the third quarter, and I will say I was shocked by the end of it.
The third quarter was fucking atrocious.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler took over. Like, bench scoring for the Heat was fantastic. They were hitting a bunch of contested shots.
They're threes. They made so many threes.
Yeah, the Celtics were stringing together multiple turnovers, possession after possession. The big play, I think, that really, really hurt us coming down the stretch, Celtics were down 5. Jaylen Brown had the ball. There's probably like 5 minutes left. He went to go drive in the lane, and he slipped and fell on his arm. Ended up being a jump ball between him and Bam after a scuffle for the ball. Bam gets it. That next possession coming up the floor, Gabe Vincent hit a 3. So Jaylen Brown driving, he had a step on Bam. He would have been able to get to the rim. Potential layup. He probably would have blew it. Probably would have got fouled, missed both free throws, whatever. But for that to turn into an empty possession and then the Heat to come down and hit a 3, Gabe Vincent, I think that took the air out of the sails. That was fucking tough.
You just
also, Eric,
explained.
excuse me. One more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. Joe Mazzulla refuses to use timeouts when the opposing team is on a run. Just doesn't do it. He keeps them in his pocket. The Heat went on a huge run. No timeouts from Joe Mazzulla. So I don't understand what's happening. Got out coached by Doc last series. Now going to get out coached by Spo. So that's all I got.
Not to mention Jason Tatum in his 2 travels right there in crunch time too.
He also did not get the ball on like 4 or 5 straight possessions in the fourth quarter, which cannot happen. That's all I got. We're losing followers. I
was going to say, I will never ask you to talk about the Celtics again because you guys just don't care. Listen, I don't care either, but guys, come on. We're a sports site. What are we doing here? I wanted to hear his thoughts and feelings about the Celtics. You guys are rude. Anyway, we pulled up Fliff. Maybe that's what's pushing people away. If you guys haven't signed up for Fliff, you're an idiot. It's available in 42 out of 50 states for DFS.
Is it 42? I thought 42. It was 48. Are you making that up?
No, DraftKings DFS is 48. You're thinking that.
Got it.
Yeah. Fliff 42 out of 50. I think it was available in more, but some of these states are like, hold up. What are we doing here? This is a sports book. Regardless, Fliff, like you can just hit straight bets. Like people love that. People love to just earn a quick buck. I know that a lot of these plays, these plus EV plays that we're looking at here on the optimizer are like quote unquote long shots. If you consider a 27.8% chance, 30.3 long shots. But one thing that TJ has been doing, and I've seen him do this multiple times, is he sorts by percent odds to hit. Don't say you don't. And then you pick some of the top ones that are over 2%. Is that what you do? Yep. So if you guys are looking for percent odds to hit here, technically this very top one, Trevor Williams over pitcher strikeouts minus 140, that has a 1.1% plus EV percentage. Like that's still a good play.
If you follow myself or Dustin on Twitter, you would have gotten it at minus 120 earlier. Ooh. Obviously, those odds are increasing up to minus 140. And just to show you guys, it still has a 1.1% edge. And you know it's bumped from minus 120 to minus 140. So
if you guys can't see, just look at the top of this optimizer and look at that play and see why it's such a good play on Fliff. I don't know if you'll ever get it. I'll be honest, because if it's minus 140 over there, that was probably my first time calling you guys out, but it's the truth. I mean, if it's minus 140 over there, and Pinnacle has it at minus 195.
Pinnacle,
yeah. Like, I mean, guys, that alone, just looking at that, and then you have the rest of these books just backing it, showing.
You got it at minus 110, Colin. What time were you up?
Yeah.
Congrats.
And why didn't you tag
Okay,
us?
Colin.
Yeah,
why didn't you text me, dickhead? I told you to fucking text me when the Fliff value's up.
Another quick thing about Fliff is that live lines are it. Like they are just it. There's so many plus EV plays. When I talk about plus EV plays, I'm talking like sometimes I'm able to catch them over. I'd say consistently over 5%, 3 to 5%. I've caught a couple that are 8, 10. But these lines are so mispriced on NBA Live. I guess because they are just lagging behind in terms of, they just aren't as advanced as DraftKings, who's been around forever, Barstool, all these apps that offer live lines. They just aren't on top of it yet. So why not take advantage? I think there will always be an edge in terms of live value because all these projections, these models are slightly different between these apps, between these sports books. So right now, Fliff just lags behind. Take advantage of these apps that are just mispriced. And as you can see, according to the top of this, Trevor Williams still mispriced. So,
yep, still mispriced, still a good play, Matt. We actually did just have some people that don't understand that these live bets are not easy to lock in, Matt. A lot of times where they will see something populate to the optimizer, and then when they actually get around to loading up Fliff, getting on that, that line will move. Guys, Fliff is just like a sports book. It's very tough to pick off some of these lines, but you can do it. Matt loves live tweeting Fliff plays at night, in between TV timeouts, commercials, etc. You can still get some really, really, really good plays over on Fliff.
Another thing too is I like to do it in between breaks in action because that's when the lines are TV there for longer. TV timeouts for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on commercials, depending on how TJ's Celtics are getting regrouping there in their huddles. So it could take a little bit longer than normal. But that's when I like taking advantage of it. So that's when, if you guys follow me, that's when I tweet out the live bets so that you guys can take advantage. You technically can't get them in the middle of action. It's just incredibly tough. So
yes. Yep.
What's the best thing? Go ahead.
I was going to say sportsbooks are not trying to make it easy on us to beat them, of course. But by using the optimizer, it's giving you your best chance to spot these the fastest and able to try and beat Fliff specifically, since they are the slowest currently. So we're just here to help you beat them. If you can get it in, awesome. I mean, you just got to be quick.
Yeah, and again, we're only gonna get quicker here. We're doing a lot behind the scenes to improve production, to improve how fast these lines are changing on the optimizer. By the way, every 20 seconds, if you guys are actually curious about that, we're gonna improve that to every 5, possibly every second. So get ready. We are doing this. We are making it so that you guys can get the best positive experience here from the optimizer. Been a long time. What's up, boys? What's going on, Alex? What's the best thing for parlays like Fliff and Hot Streak? Should you guys stack plus EV plays or just use 1 or 2? I recommend not playing parlays on Fliff. Why would you do that when you can just play one at a time? I mean, if you're feeling ballsy, if you're feeling like throwing more legs, then I guess you can. But personally, I just straight bet. So
I rarely parlay.
At least on Fliff.
Yeah, I rarely parlay. One thing I see myself parlaying, Matt, is if I do filter by percent odds to hit. And there's a couple plays that are minus 150 or anything like that. Like those, I'd feel comfortable throwing into a parlay. Sure. But more often than not, my straight bets are plus money, or I don't like to get anything over like a minus 130-ish line.
Right. How do you filter that? Thanks, Sano, for the answer.
Thanks,
42
Sano.
out of 50 states. My state isn't included. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Matt, it's actually 43 out of 50 states.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Even better. Yeah, it was even higher, but like I said, some of these states are catching on. They're like, this is a sports book. So
right, what's going on here?
I don't see any more questions though. We'll go ahead and move on. Okay, I've been getting smoked on Fliff. How should I be going about it? Percent hot hit to hit and high percent EV. Yeah, I mean a mix of both. Personally, like I don't know about you, TJ. I don't know about you, Dustin, but I think we have pretty much a good bankroll to play with now. So what I do is I put 1% of my bankroll. I've talked about the strategy, no more than 1% of my bankroll on each one of these plays. So for instance, if my unit size is 50, I will play a play regardless of, like, for instance, the Miami Heat here. If your bankroll is 50, or if your unit size is 50, put down $33 on this top one, because then your payout will be $100, right, or close to it.
Good math, Matt. Yeah.
So that's how that works. So limit your payout, limit your unit size based on the actual percent odds, and by doing that, by just adjusting your pay in, your payout will reflect your correct unit size. So that's how you do it.
Matt, real quick, somebody just asked, any way to add the team name on player props on Fliff? They are on there, Austin.
Yeah, they are. I mean, these are, so if you guys look here, these are team bets, or these are, yeah. So like point spreads, obviously the team is right here. Yeah. Boston Celtics.
If you filter by percent odds to hit, Matt, those top two, they obviously show Trevor Williams, Washington Nationals, Yuri Perez, Miami Marlins.
So the percent, or the plus EV percentage is actually going down for Trevor Williams. Hence, it was sitting there at 1, which is why we always like to secure that 2% plus usually. Yep. Yeah, Perez is good. I'm gonna lock that one in now. So guys, if you want to tail Yuri Perez over player strikeouts, -110 on Fliff.
Doesn't go
It
ahead.
looks like Pinnacle came down just a little bit on that. More closer to where the actual market is. So it seems like maybe they've mispriced it a little bit themselves and now are coming back down to where some of these other sports books are at. One thing, if you guys didn't get what Matt was saying about what you should be placing on these bets, he did a good job explaining it on Twitter. I will go ahead and find that after this live stream and tweet it out, or Matt can go ahead and quote tweet it, and you guys can look at it visually. He did it with $10 unit sizes and what you should be betting. Basically, you should be betting to whatever you can get to have your payout of 20 plus, right? Is that what it was? If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to find it.
Yeah, so like if you think about it from a percentage chance, like if your unit size is $10, then a 50% bet, so plus 100 should equal 20, right? So a plus 310 should look something like $6, right? To get that $20 payout.
Exactly. So we'll get that on Twitter again for you guys and resurface that so you guys can visually see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did what you said, Matt. I just been getting smoked. So question, volume. Volume's everything. Like how many bets do you place? So like for Fliff, I would not be crazy by saying I legitimately place about 20 plus bets every single time. And volume allows the math to take over, right? Because it gets rid of possible variance. Like you're decreasing your chance of variance at that point by increasing the volume on each one of these bets, which is why volume matters a ton. So do you value any sportsbooks odds over others? No, not really. I would say that Pinnacle, very sharp. DraftKings, very sharp. FanDuel, very sharp. Barstool, not so much because they limit their very sharp bettors to, I think that you can get limited to like $3. I know that Alex has been limited to 3. I haven't placed bets ever since he said that on Barstool because it's only a matter of time. So why even bother?
Yeah, $3 is just bananas. It's just
bananas. Yeah, so I would say like the top 3 are literally in line here. Pinnacle, DraftKings, FanDuel. BetOnline's a great one. And same thing with Bovada because there's so much action on Bovada. So those are great ones to look at if you want to like go with a confidence level of some sort. But guys, the market's going to adjust between all these books regardless. So like you should see similar lines across the market.
Yes, sir.
Did you miss the PrizePicks value? You guys want to hit the PrizePicks here before we sign off? We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah. It looks like it's still a lot of the same plays that we already put in that original slip. Yeah, that Bovada. Bovada still has that Grandel play up. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They haven't adjusted
and it's real.
Yet.
And it's real, too.
Yeah, it's real.
Is he playing? Like, is he, like, have they announced the starting lineup? Like,
they play
really
at
weird.
210, so let's check and see if he is playing.
Speaking of that, there is a game on right now.
Yep. Ohtani
Game is
home
up
run.
1-0. Ohtani homer. Yep.
He's pretty good. That's Shohei Ohtani. Who is the White Sox, correct?
I thought DraftKings and FanDuel are relatively square. Absolutely not. Like they get the most action. Like in America too. American sports bettors, right? All over DraftKings and FanDuel.
Grandel is playing. He's batting 5th, so I don't know what's going on there, but I would avoid that line for now. It's obviously an error on Bovada.
UD kind of boring for value today. Yeah. So that's a huge reason why we're making a push to add more markets for. I don't know why I just clicked that link. No,
I
clicked on PrizePicks fantasy scores. It made no sense what I was thinking. Okay, so that's why we've okay.
Could have been worse. What?
That's why we've added fantasy scores and why we continue to push for more markets for these for apps like Underdog because they are incredibly sharp. So we're working on it, guys.
Yep. For sure. I don't really see anything on PrizePicks right now, Matt. Outside of what we already created at the beginning of the stream.
Circled through quite a bit of ours. It's looking like some values drying up. I know we got some afternoon MLB games coming up though. I will say my first slip I made for YouTube on Parlay Play. Tyler Wells, first inning, 2Ks, looking pretty solid.
There you go.
Start.
I like that.
Good start. What was the play?
5Ks, over 5Ks.
Over 5Ks.
Wells.
5 even.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
We'll take it.
Even. We definitely will take that. It's a good start. 2 in the first.
Is Fliff in Florida? Absolutely.
I'm living the Fliff life in Florida.
Yes, sir. So I will say this play on PrizePicks, LeBron James fantasy score. So if we head over to the raw projections, we also mentioned this on the live stream with Alex last night. It hasn't moved because I'm assuming a lot of people are terrified to take an under on LeBron James.
Yeah.
But guys, the market drives data, right? Like DraftKings set to 47. If they had a market for fantasy scores, we just add up all the even lines across the board. The PrizePicks fantasy score calculation, right? And that's how we get these fantasy scores. So Bet-A-No set to 46.6, Bet365 47. Like it's going to be in between 46.5 to 47. The market agrees it's too high in PrizePicks. 2-point discrepancy.
Matt, I just saw a tweet from Woj about Wembanyama, and did you guys see that tweet from Jabari Smith yesterday?
No.
Well, there was a video of Wembanyama when the Rockets didn't get the first pick. He did like a little fist pump, and Jabari Smith quote tweeted it, and like with the notes emoji, like taking notes, like got it. He didn't want to come to Houston. Wembanyama is going to fucking destroy Jabari Smith Jr. I cannot wait for the Spurs to play the Rockets and Wembanyama be like, this is the kid that said it's going to be absolutely amazing.
I will say this, just knowing our history with players like this, it's going to be the most underwhelming season for Wembanyama just in general because he's going to play in like 20 minutes every game. It's going and he's going to rest every other. It's going to be the NBA is going to hate the Spurs again next season, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to watch because we're just going to get like 15 draft picks again. We're just going to sell off all of our. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic when he plays 20 minutes a game and does nothing. So can't wait.
It's true though. It is true. It's probably going to happen. You hate to see it. But hey, that's
we're
the
gonna
way
be
it
recommending. I can see it now. We're gonna be recommending under on Wembanyama's rebounds. It's gonna be set to like 12.5. Can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh no!
And we'll take it every time.
Every goddamn time. All right, guys, we got anything else?
I think it's it. I think we covered a lot of these sites. Again, we're gonna be bouncing along, tweeting out some more plays. But guys, if you want to grab the value real time, 3-day free trial, head over to the account, head over to the memberships, all access, completely free, no strings attached. If you don't do well within the 3-day period, you can block me and TJ and Dustin. That's fine. I get it.
Leave me out of this.
Just know that the math, guys, if you continue to stick with it, you will remain profitable in the long run. All of our pickets we post all the time. I mean, guys, we're up like TJ's. We just posted a video up 22,000 at this point.
Yeah,
only
that's it. Just switch
but listen, TJ, that's only the apps that have your synced availability, right, on Pickett. So you're up more on Parlay Play, who's not synced there. There's other apps. NHA just got synced.
59 units on Parlay Play since March.
Yeah,
myself.
So unit size, if that's 100, that's what math is hard. 5,900.
Yeah,
5,900.
Yep.
Come on, guys, get it together. Let's go. Any last words, guys?
I got nothing. Dustin?
No. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back at it in some capacity tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big stream tomorrow, guys. Another NHA promo.
Again.
So if you guys had fun yesterday, we're going right back to the fucking well tomorrow for some more NHA promo plays.
Too, yeah.
We're gonna find correlation. We're going to absolutely crush it. We're going to hit some 15 times. Again, tomorrow we're going to be fixating on the 4-leg powers over on NHA, 15 times payout.
Yeah, it's 4 too.
So again, it's the 50.7-ish% fair odds per individual leg in our slips to remain plus EV. So stay tuned for the stream tomorrow. NHA coming at you.
I made your face big for that. Thank you, TJ, for taking us home. Let's go ahead.
You made my
the stream.
Oh, my face.
Wait,
Love
what?
you guys.
Let's catch.
Bye.
Bye.